Good afternoon, I'm Catherine Logan, broadcasting to you today from the GBTA conference in Hamburg. Joining me is Laura Cresswell, Senior Principal Solutions Consultant, SVS CVENT. So Laura, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for having me, Catherine.
So nice to actually be talking to you in person and not on a webinar.
I know, yeah, it's so real. We could touch.
No, so well. But Laura, tell me, how do you feel about the state of the industry?
Overall, really positive, and that's not just because of the trends we're seeing on our network, which I'll touch on, but also because of the feedback we're getting directly from our customers, buyers and suppliers alike. So in the first half of 2023, for instance, CVENT launched a travel manager survey. So we surveyed over 600 travel manager decision makers across the UK, France, Germany, Italy, Spain and the Netherlands, and 80% of those came back and said, we feel positive about the state of the industry as it pertains to 2024. Of course, the proof is in the pudding when it comes to RFP volume. If we consider 2023 across Europe, we saw a 25% increase in unique RFPs or unique travel programs launched across Europe compared to 2022. So again, that's also very positive. And looking at spend, going back to that survey as well, 70% of the travel managers surveyed said that they anticipate their budgets will increase for 2024. And GBTA have launched similar surveys. Morgan Stanley also released one just recently. Theirs indicated that 78% of corporate buyers will increase their spend in 2024, some as much as 8%. So I think it's positive, it's going in the right direction.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. I'm certainly in events that I've been at, those figures are very consistent, through a range of studies, which is obviously great to see. So the pandemic is in the rearview mirror.
Absolutely.
Has hotel solicitation changed since then?
Good question, and yes, it's an interesting one. So our supplier customers, whether they be hotels or apartment groups, for instance, they're noticing a consolidation on the buyer side. So corporations, travel management companies are reducing, in some cases, the number of venues they're inviting to participate in their program. And we are seeing that as well. But it makes sense. Arguably now it is a supply market and buyers need to be able to budget for their program. So for them, if they can consolidate, reduce the number of properties that they're working with, they're more likely to achieve those projected room nights in a given market. And so that gives them some leverage to negotiate a better rate with the properties concerned. On the flip side, though, if we consider the broader markets in terms of hotels invited, we're generally seeing across all the key markets that the total number of hotels invited to participate in at least one RFP is increasing. Like Hamburg, as an example, in 2023, there were 3.8% increase in the number of hotels invited to participate in a program compared to 2022. So it's not everyone is consolidating, it does vary, and generally speaking, more hotels across key markets are being invited to participate in some corporate RFP in one shape or another.
And are you seeing a change in the rate type that's being requested?
Indeed, yes. And 2023, definitely we're seeing more willingness to consider and also to accept dynamic rates, but there still is a heavy reliance on fixed rates. So in the US, for instance, for the 2024 RFP season, 89% of those corporate RFPs that have already been accepted are fixed rates. Now that again will vary by market. So if we took San Francisco and New York as an example, where the volume is more, or rather the demand is more likely to be in fluctuation, then buyers and suppliers alike will be more likely to consider dynamic rates. Go across the other side of the world to China and India, then they're totally focused. There's a real reliability for them on fixed rates. And in Europe, it's varying. That I would say that the hotels in Europe have definitely been probably a bit more aggressive in pushing that dynamic rate, and we're seeing more acceptance of that, but fixed rates have definitely not gone away.
Well, with that, Laura, thank you so much for those really interesting insights. I'm Catherine Logan, broadcasting to you today from the GBTA conference. Thank you.